What's up everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Karpogaming and another Throne and Liberty video. Well, we're back at it again, and now we know exactly what the global server is getting. And guess what? The RUNE system is happening, and it's happening now. This is the Call of the Spirit global update. You know what to do. There you go. Once again, thanks for watching everybody. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started now. We all know the Call of the Spear and the new weapon, the Spear, is coming. I'm gonna probably switch over to it and have some fun with it as well. But it's not about that. We have a whole bunch of stuff that was on the Korean servers is now coming to global, and now we know exactly what's coming with the update that is starting tonight. Let's start off with the dimensional trials. If you didn't know, you can challenge your favorite dungeon at various difficulty options. Now, depending on your chosen difficulty, dungeons will have higher enemy stats, harder boss mechanics, and additional effects apply. You clear the higher levels to contribute to our leaderboards and seasonal rewards. Dimensional trials can be challenged repeatedly and do not have to cost anything to enter. 2 dimensional trials are available each week, with the selection changing during weekly maintenance. To take on the dimensional trial, players must have cleared the 2-star dungeon of the same name at least once after the content update. The party leaderboard chooses the stage of the dungeon to enter. Party members must meet a minimal combat power to enter, and the timer will not begin until players interact with the time dice inside dimensional trials. There's no time limit to complete a level, but additional levels will be accessible based on the time taken to clear one. For future dimensional trials can be initiated at higher difficulty levels, based on prior completion milestones reached by the party leader. Clear additional levels to obtain new runes as rewards, as well as progress toward dimensional trials, achievements, and seasonal rankings. Next up, 2-star dungeon, Torture Chamber of Screams. a.k.a. Legion and the Salvinian Order have joined forces to develop a torture chamber within the Shadow Crypt. Their sinister objective is to extract information and destroy the Resistance. It's up to you to stop Caligus, the chief torture technician behind the twisted operation, brave the darkness, vanquish the swarming nightmare creatures, and overcome Kilograf's onslaught for highly sought after items. You need to coordinate and keep an eye on the vials of blood in his arena to survive, but the Phantom Wolf breeches and Shadow Harvester trousers aren't worth the challenge. Next up, we have War Games. Organize your own competitive matches with custom team compositions through War Games. Stage friendly bouts, practice with your guild, or leave an open call for anyone to join the fight. Compete with players from your own server as well as other servers within your region. Set up private or public matches from your choice of Boonstone and Riftstone conflict maps. Up to 4 teams to customize sizes can go head to head. You can also appoint other players to manage individual teams. View a list of war games in preparation are already underway and opt in to participate. You may only be in one war game waiting room at a time. Spectators, welcome. Join in progress game via spectator mode, where you can observe the match without being seen. Next up, we have the new RUNE system, and yeah, it's finally here. Didn't know it was going to drop on us. Guess what? It's here. A new method to further enhance equipment has arrived, the RUNE system. RUNE sockets have been added to epic grade weapons and accessories. Equip runes that match the type of open RUNE socket to a piece of gear to grant additional stats to an item. RUNE synergies can be activated depending on the order of runes inserted into an item. RUNE synergy effects are triggered when all sockets have equipped runes matching a synergy pattern. Effects are based on the lowest tier rune equipped among all runes on an item. Access and modify your runes through the runes management menu added to the bottom of the context menu on individual equipment items. Unlock rune sockets by paying solid and selecting the socket type. Runes must match the type of sockets to be equipped, and socket type can be changed later through an additional solid fee. Runes can be obtained from various types of content, including the new dimensional trials. Runes of a given type and stat have higher tier levels, and once you've obtained a rune, additional runes you acquire are guaranteed to be at the same level or higher if the content, such as dimensional trials, provide runes are equal of higher tiers. Example, if you obtain a level 5 necklace defense type rune for the melee defense stat, a future rune acquired in dimensional trials For the necklace defense type, melee defense stat will be at level 5 or above. So if you get level 5, you're going to get nothing but level 5. No 4s, no 3s, no 2s, no 1s. Runes also have grades, and higher grades increase the maximum level limit of the rune. Completing the 5th level of Dimensional Trials may award Chaos Runes, a type of rune that drops at max effectiveness with stronger bonuses, but also drawback effects. Only one Chaos Rune can be placed in a single piece of equipment, and they will act as wildcards for activating rune synergies. Unused runes can be dissolved for rune fragments or converted to other items through substance transformations. These rune fragments can be used to craft additional rune boxes. Next up, we have Material Transformation. Now, Material Transformation is a new system that converts a variety of items into materials for other items. Bound equipment or runes can be fed into the transformation to increase the potential output item based on the total value of items consumed. Explain, please. Alright, material transformation of equipment items can be used to create other equipment items of a grade determined by the item consumed. Material transformation of runes can be used to create new runes or rune fragments based on the total value of runes consumed. Access the material transformation menu through the main menu under the item selection. Of course, there will be tons of guys, and I probably have some too as well. Now we do have a new stat, Fortitude. A new main stat has been introduced called Fortitude. Increase your Fortitude stat to benefit your vitality specifically, and also significantly, and as well as boost your base damage, magic defense, melee, magic range, endurance, and CC resistance. Initially, the primary route to increase the Fortitude stat is through the stat bonuses on spear weapons. So get after the weapons, my dude, if you want to boost up that stat. Next up, the Fishing Codex. Intrepid fishers of Solaceum, rejoice! A new fishing codex has been added to the game, accessible via the main menu under the content section. The fishing codex keeps track of fish you discovered during your ailing adventures and records information about your catches. The fishing codex also offers a new reward for discovering all the waters of Solaceum have to offer, including items, titles, and other new fishing-related collectibles. Additionally, improvements have been made to the visual presentation of fishing locations, as well as the category of fishing-related inventory items. Nice change. Next up, we have General. Under General, Collection Codex improved the Codex interface for collections. Party invite settings, they added options to automatically reject party invitations from various sources. You can restrict party invitations to only players in your guild, alliance, or friend list. For guilds, they removed the hostile relationship option and list from guild relationships. And skill conversions now allow skills levels to be exchanged with any other skills when using the swap system with skill conversion books. Excellent, because we're getting the spear. Dominion events, joining a Dominion event now enables automatic party matchmaking as the default behavior to assist with forming groups for these events. And dungeons reduce the amount of vessel contract tokens awarded for completing level 20 to 40 dungeons. That is nice. Guilds corrected the display of guild levels, and experience in the guild UI has also been fixed. Next up, we have event schedule. Multiple corrections have been made to the schedule of in-game events to fix the incorrect event times to impact by daylight saving time changes and issues found in the 1.80 updates. Please take a moment to review your in-game event schedule because it will be changed, my dude. Next up, we have combat, so pay attention, especially for people that love PvP. Weapon mastery level cap has increased from 16 to 20 levels. Conflict mode. Players may now initiate combat with other players in conflict mode areas with abilities rather than having to enter PvP combat through auto attacking first, meaning you can just attack people and just take them out. Brilliant. Arena. Players may now recover HP and mana to full at the start of arena battles. Dungeon Roaring Temple fixed the issue where individual players could occasionally become stuck, unable to attack King Chimera after executing one of the boss mechanics. Endurance, a partial fix to prevent extreme low value scaling of endurance due to debuffs have been implemented, with additional stat debuffs calculation adjustments coming in future updates. This temporary fix is intended to address the current issues with endurance being reduced below 0 in some combat situations. Crowd control immunity adjusted the calculation for crowd control immunity based on the type of CC being applied and existing CC effects of the character. Collisions will trigger CC immunity the fastest. Stun, sleep, and fear will cause CC immunity the second fastest. Other less common effects will trigger CC immunity at a slower rate. Swords increase the amount of contribution gained from several abilities, and wand increase the amount of contribution gained from several abilities. Now, there's a little bit of nerf to the longbow. Let's get started. Flash arrow, flash wave specialization. They remove the expanded area of damage granted by this specialization. Now only increases the effective range of healing granted to allies. So it's nerfed. We'll see how it is in game, especially in PvP. Devoted shield, added damage reduction effect. Greatsword, Giga Crash, damage against monsters is increased by 100%. The staff Infernal Meteor, damage against monsters increased by 40%. Icebound Tomb, added the freeze removal effect from specialization to the base ability functionality. Can now target the caster to apply the freeze removal to yourself. Icebound Tomb, Ice Armor specialization replaces the previous freeze removal specialization. Ice Armor now grants cooldown reduction to Icebound Tomb. And Serial Firebombs, Focus Firebomb specialization, reduce the duration of the recovery effect debuff from 6 seconds to 3 seconds. And next up we have Wand. Under Wand and Ray of Disaster, damage against a monster increased by 30% and fix the issue where Ray of Disaster VFX could remain on screen after the caster died. Under UI, guilds, they added 10 types of guild pins for map marking. For chat, the text entry field can now be moved separately from the chat window. And under rankings, characters that have transferred servers or are deleted no longer appear on the ranking list. UI added a new ping meter that can be displayed on the UI with the display options available under the settings menu, and UI removed the misleading ability UI related to the future content. And under console, they improve our stick scroll speed so that it moves consistently across all screens. Right? Improve acceleration of D-pad input, adjust the L-stick operations to be more consistent with D-pad inputs, and improve option house search interactions for controller, and added horizontal looping for gear enhancement, screen, and navigation. And last but not least, adjusted the title change navigation on the character screen for controller. So boom, huge update. Did not know that the RUNE system was coming. A lot of this stuff we knew, but hey, you never know when it comes to global, am I right? But for right now, that's pretty much going for the video. Hope you truly enjoyed it. As always, if you are new to the channel, how you doing, and welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. Right here at Karpo upload a wide variety of videos. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Later.